Hi guys, Sajjad Hussain again with a new video. In this video I am going to model a 3D truss in SAP 2000. Here is the model. Now you can see the dimensions are given over here. So let us start our model. New model. We will select the units as pound, feet and degree Fahrenheit, and we will start with grids only. As you can see, in X direction there are 1, 2 and 3 grids. They will be 4 feet apart. So 3, they will be 4 feet, and in Y direction dimension is not given over here but 8 feet. So let it be X 1, 2 and 3 grids in Y, and the distance be 8 feet. We will change later on. And in Z there are 2 grids and the distance between them are 8 feet. Let us close this 2D model. We will work on this 3D model. Let us edit the grid. So first grid 0, then it will be 4 and then it will be 12. Okay. Sorry, it should be other way around. 0 and it should be 8 and 12. Okay, now we will model this one. Before modeling, let us define the material. Let us revise this material. Let us put the density as 0 over here. For section properties, let us import some sections. This time we will be using pipe. Okay, let's use 4-inch standard dia pipe. Okay, let us define the load pattern. Only one load pattern. Let us define the load cases. We are not interested in modal load analysis. We will delete this one. Now let us form the geometry. 4-inch pipe. We will start from point A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A, A to E, E to back D, and then from C to this point, from from point B to E and E to C and C to point A back. So let us put the grid off so that the model will be very clear. Now we are going to assign support conditions. Point A, it's a hinge support. Assign joint restraint conditions, hinge. Okay. Now point B, it is supported in 2 directions, X and Y. So this point, it will be assigned restraint conditions in 1 and 2, that is X and Y global. We will apply. Then this C, that point is supported only in one direction. So let us assign restraint conditions only in Y direction. Apply. Then we have to apply a force of 600 pounds at point E, assign joint load £600, apply. Okay, so here is the force applied, £600. Now we can analyze. Okay, we should save this model first. So run is complete. Let us display the reactions, support reactions. Okay. Now we can see here for C is 0. Correct. Now we can see that Bx and By, Bx comes out to be 300 pound, By comes out to be 600 pound. This is 300 and 600, absolutely correct. And then Ax, Ay and Az, Ax is 300, Ay and Ez are 600 pounds. So this is 300, 600 and 600. Now we can check the internal forces. Here are the internal forces. The force in B to E, that means B to E, this member, it shows 900 pound. Let us see. Display, forces, members, axial forces, show the value, apply. So here 892.63, that means very close to 900. From A to B is 600 pound, 594.69, that is 600 pound, which is very close. So that means we are getting very close results. Now at this point I want to show you something which is very interesting. I always emphasize to my students and to my juniors that look, any software, either it may be SAP 2000, STAAD, ETAB or any other name, whatever. These softwares are your slaves. You should not be slave of the software. What does it mean? The main important thing is this software is being used as a tool only. This software is not intelligent. Intelligence is with you, with the engineer who is using this software. If this engineer is not intelligent, then what he will do, he will give a garbage command and this software will give the garbage result, which is called GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Here is an example. Let me modify only one condition, this one. We know that this support, as per the model, it is supported by a member only to show that there is only an axial support, only an axial load, nothing else. If by mistake we assign, say for example we assign restraint conditions as a hinge, so what will be the result? Now let us put the display off over here. We do not want this. We just want to see the joint forces. Now you can see that there is a small change here, So just because of the change in our support conditions, our result changes. So that is a very important point. Basically, a software is the mathematical simulation of the structure. How good is the mathematical simulation? It is you. You are going to simulate it properly. If you simulate the structure properly, the software will give you a proper result, until and unless there is a bug in the software. But normally these software, they are very good, and if you are using these tools in a very professional way, you will get very accurate results. So please always keep in your mind that you are the engineer. The software is not the engineer. You are the engineer, and you should use this software as your slave. Don't be the slave of the software. So thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks.